What's up guys, I'm Shane and this is Spare Change. Here on the channel, we discuss all things audio and video, like new movies and new AV equipment. So if it's your first time here, consider tapping that subscribe button for new weekly videos. Today we'll be checking out 2014's Whiplash on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not going to be reviewing the movie itself, I'm just going to share with you some of my thoughts on the video and the audio quality. Now let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot in HD. It's got a 2K DI. It's rated R. Runtime is 106 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so you will have those black letterbox bars. Now this movie was shot digitally in HD, so you're not going to get that clean, crisp 4K digital look. Although, some shots towards the end might have you thinking otherwise. As for the overall image quality, I thought it fluctuated between softer far-field shots and some very clean near-field shots. Close-ups were detailed, so things like blemishes and wrinkles are very discernible. I do, however, think there might be some digital cleanup on some of the actors' faces. There's a shot of Teller's face where you can see his chin and part of his cheek looks to be a bit smoothed over. It tracks as his face moves, so maybe he had a blemish or something there that day. Other than that, detail on instruments, clothing, backgrounds remained firm and clean over the standard Blu-ray, although I don't think it's a massive increase over it. The HDR usage, on the other hand, does offer up a nice boost in color fidelity. The palette consists of mostly orange and teal, so some scenes are richly warm while others are cooler. It's not a very colorful movie, so you're not going to be wowed with anything lush or vivid. It's subdued for the most part. I found HDR brought out better shadow detail and separation in the darkest scenes, so things stood out more from the backgrounds rather than getting lost in darkness, which you'll see on the regular Blu-ray. Some spots are still a bit too dark, but still nowhere near the regular Blu-ray. Specular highlights from stage lights and reflections off of the instruments pop and glisten and have a noticeable sparkle.
Good job.
Audio is in Dolby Atmos, and I found it to have very engaging height channel activity. Of course, most of the height action takes place during the musical numbers. Here you can see just how active the lower and height channels are. There's no dynamic movement of objects since there's nothing flying around, so you'll hear mostly the musicians in the lower channels while musical extension works its way up top. It's used to expand the soundstage and recreate the space these people are in. During the non-musical numbers, there's still decent light ambiance whether it's in a diner or outside, so you'll still hear light effects spread throughout. Bass response I thought was good during the drum solos, but I wouldn't say it's anything demo-worthy. The car crash is probably the most intense this movie gets. Dialogue was always firmly centered and always easy to hear without any issues. So for audio, I'm gonna go with an 8.8. I thought this was a detailed presentation with some great jazz beats. The music was a main character in the movie, and every piano key and drum hit was sonically clean. There's good extension up top, which opens up the soundstage, and this mix really creates good tension for the film. For video, I'm gonna go with an 8.1. Some shots are clearly lower resolution, while others have excellent detail. It's not the biggest upgrade in clarity over the Blu-ray, but it is tighter overall. I think HDR is the most noticeable increase over the regular Blu-ray. It solidifies the color palette with deeper hues, much better black levels, and much better shadow detail. So should you pick this movie up if you already own the regular Blu-ray? I think if you own an Atmos setup, it's most definitely worth a purchase over the 5.1 mix on the standard Blu-ray. Now even if you don't own a surround sound setup, I still think it's a pretty awesome movie and I think it's worth watching more than once. So those are my thoughts on Whiplash on 4K Blu-ray. Have you guys seen it and how do you think the transfer was? Leave a comment and let us know. Now if you want to grab this movie, I'll leave some links for it down below in the video's description. As always guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow us on social media. And if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on merchandise, then stop by our Patreon page. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys again in the next video.